Let's start by bringing our attention in. Let go of thoughts about other times, other places, things we have to do later. Take a few deeper breaths. Notice how it feels when you breathe in deeply. And then when you let go and let your exhalation, it's going to take its time. And take a moment to get yourself comfortable and settled. And bring your attention into your whole body from head to toes. Notice if there's anything you could do to make yourself just a little bit more comfortable. If you need something under your knees, a little small pillow or support for the back of your neck and head. And check that you have lots of room to breathe. So if you're sitting in particular, check that you're sitting upright enough and also comfortable and supported so you can relax. We'll take our time this morning with the relaxation practice. Allow that to kind of sink in to your mind. We're going to take our time. We're going to relax and take our time. A slower practice can be a bit challenging if there's a lot of activity in the mind or there's a lot of compulsive or anxious thoughts that are generating kind of a edginess or not wanting to be still. And if that's the case, it's still fine to work this way. It's just we need to be a little bit sharply focused so that when we're in a certain part of the body and we're focusing on softening the muscles there and noticing maybe the breath there, that we really keep our focus there. You could also always be noticing the transition points in the breath. That's very anchoring for the mind. So no matter where in the body that we are, you could focus on the breath, and as you breathe out, try to be aware of every time you finish breathing out and you move into the in-breath. And every time you finish breathing in, letting go smoothly. So that focus on the transition points in the breath is very helpful to calm a mind that's got lots of restlessness. So whatever your situation is as we start, whether it's a restless mind or a sluggish mind or a calm mind, notice if you can be kind with yourself this morning. And then bring your attention to the top of your head. Notice the crown of your head, your scalp, and the muscles of the forehead and the eyebrows. And as you're relaxing the muscles, you could also bring your eyebrows up and down a couple of times. Just kind of get in touch with that area. And as you're relaxing the muscles of your forehead and eyebrows, also relax the thought just behind the forehead. Just bringing our attention, allowing things to settle. Sometimes we might even work with it in a verbal kind of saying to the energy of thought, sending some calming thoughts to it, like, it's okay to relax for now. Everything's fine. Just settle. We're taking a break now and working through the body, so allow your thoughts to settle. And then notice in some detail what it feels like right now in the muscles of your forehead and eyebrows. Relax that point just between the eyebrows themselves. Relax all of those subtle little muscles in that area. If there's energy in that area, it could be a variety of things. It could be a feeling like a headache, which might be more physical in nature, or sometimes it's more of an energy. Just allow that to soften too. Send some cool, calm energy to that. And notice that whole sheet of muscles that covers your forehead. These muscles in the face are what we use to express ourselves emotionally. And right now, we're allowing them to go off duty. Feel the subtle release as you allow your whole forehead to relax, that whole area of muscle in your forehead and your eyebrows. And then very connected with this, of course, are the eyes themselves, the corners of your eyes and your eyelids, the deep muscles of the eyes and the sense of sight. Keep a bit of an eye on your forehead and eyebrows as you focus on the eye muscles. And then also include the sensation of air flowing in your nose. Softness through the forehead and the eyebrows, the eyes. And then paying attention to that flow of breath and energy in your nose. And notice how when you breathe in, the air flows in through the nose and down through the back of the throat. And we're aware of that as a cooler sensation on the in-breath. And we're hardly aware of it on the out-breath until it reaches our nose. And notice what else is happening in the area of your throat and your mouth. There's your tongue, the wetness of your mouth, your lips and the corners of your lips. Take a moment to move your lower jaw back and forth and allow all of the muscles and ligaments around the hinges of your jaw to release. Allow the whole mechanism of speech to be at rest. Your mouth and tongue, your throat and vocal cords. There's no need to speak at the moment. Maintain this awareness of the whole front of your face and the sides, the hinges of your jaw, your neck and throat. It's almost like an orchestra that's adding on another instrument and then another one. We're paying attention to the forehead and the eyebrows. Maybe like a flute playing softly in the background. We include the flow of air in the nose. Maybe a soft trumpet joining in. We notice the hinges of the jaw and the throat, the neck. There's a cello joining the orchestra. So we don't lose part of it. We include all of the different areas as we're going through. It's very helpful to keep coming back and being aware, for instance, of the forehead. Allow the softness to deepen each time that you return, and if there's any little bit of tightness or contraction has come back in, allow that to relax and soften again. And bring your attention to the whole of your neck and shoulders. There's our throat, the vocal cords, the energy inside the throat, pit of the throat. There's muscle on the sides of the neck and into the shoulders. And the back of the neck, the top of the shoulders, the large muscles of the upper back. Notice the muscles and what happens when you soften the muscles. You could even lift your shoulders up for a moment if you wanted, and then allow them to settle. If you're supported by the floor or a chair, let yourself really sink into that support. When we're sitting upright, we can still relax the shoulders and the muscles in the top of the back. And when we're lying supported, we can really relax. There's no need for any kind of activation at all. Most of our attention is on the muscles in the back of the neck, the sides of the neck, shoulders, the large muscles of the upper back, the shoulder blades, that whole area. Allow yourself to rest, to let all of those muscles relax and soften. And to let any energy of protection in the back of our body also relax and soften. There's no necessity right now to have any kind of activation or protective energy in the back of our body. Notice if any concern came in through the forehead, the eyebrows. This is all one system. Notice from the mid-back into the front, there's areas of the chest that are covered with large muscles. There's the rib cage, the little muscles between the ribs. We're back to noticing the breathing again. The body's moving with your breath. Noticing that the flutes and the trumpets and the cello are still playing, keeping a bit of attention as well up in your face and arms, shoulders. Letting your whole body be noticed as you're paying attention, even though you're focusing mostly on one area. Notice the chest, the heart center, the movement of your body with your breath. And from the chest, it's right next door to pay attention to the stomach. Again, these are very rich areas in our body. There's a lot of different sensation and processes that are going on we can notice. And we can also simply notice the muscles and how muscles lengthen in the fibers as we breathe in. And they slowly come back to their unstretched state as we breathe out. Focus most of your attention right now on that feeling of your breath. See if you can remove anything that's constricting your breath or keeping it kind of shallow or tight. Every time you breathe out, allow that whole area to soften. Noticing your forehead, your jaw, the back of the neck and shoulders, the energy in your throat and heart center, and in your stomach. And every single time your mind wanders off, simply bring it back. Let your mind know that it's okay to rest. And once again, being aware of your whole entire body from head to toes, including your arms, your legs, your torso, your head. Take a moment to run through the experience of this relaxation. In your mind, remember what you felt like when you first started, what you noticed in the different parts of your body. Scan through them now, through the forehead and eyes, the jaw and the mouth, the throat, a mechanism of protection at the back of your body, the back of the neck, shoulders, between the shoulder blades, your heart center, your stomach, arms and legs. And return again to your breath and focus your mind, your attention on your breath for a moment. Let yourself rest there. And then when you're ready, open your eyes.